Today we're going to dive into a really cool feature of the Finnish language. It's a place where you don't just describe behavior, you literally paint a picture of it using animals. It's fascinating, so let's get right into it. So just think about that for a second. In English, you'd probably say something like sly as a fox, right? Or maybe just clever. It's a description. But what if the animal was the description?
And that's it. Seriously, you can just call someone a kettu, a fox, and the meaning is instantly clear. You're not just comparing them to a fox, it's almost like they are the fox in that moment.
This quote right here really gets to the heart of it. Instead of having to reach for a separate adjective, Finnish just uses the built-in, vivid imagery of what an animal is like. It's such an efficient and, illustrative way to communicate.
Okay, so before we get into the really unique stuff, let's start on some common ground. You're going to find that some of this animal logic is actually surprisingly familiar.
Let's think of the language kind of like Lego blocks. So, our first piece is krokodili. Sounds familiar, doesn't it? Yeah, that's because it's basically the same word as crocodile.
And our second piece of the puzzle is kunnel, which means tear. So, what do you think happens when we snap these two blocks together?
You get krokodilin kuunelet, crocodile tears. In Finnish, you literally just fuse the words together to get this idea of insincere crying. So, if you see someone faking their sadness, you could say, hän itkee krokodilin kuuneleita. He is crying crocodile tears.
And here's another great example of that shared logic. Kissa is cat, ja is and, hiri is mouse, and leikki is game. Put them all together, and you've got kissi ja hiri leikki, a cat and mouse game. The idea translates perfectly.
All right, now for the fun part. Let's get into the idioms that give Finnish its own special flavor, the ones that don't really have a direct one-to-one translation in English.
This is one of my absolute favorites, a karhun palvelus, which translates to a bear's service. Just picture it. A big, clumsy, but totally well-meaning bear tries to help you with something delicate and just completely destroys everything. That's a bear's service. It's the perfect phrase for a well-intentioned disaster.
And here's another one for you. If someone is being really stubborn or foolish or just acting a bit nuts, you might call them a taima vuohi, a stupid goat. It's just so wonderfully blunt and descriptive, isn't it?
So now that we've seen a few examples, let's get practical. How can you start making these kinds of comparisons yourself? Well, it turns out you pretty much only need one little word to unlock the whole thing.
And here it is, kuin. This little guy is the magic bridge word. It means like or as, and it is absolutely the key to building your very own animal comparisons.
Okay, let's test this out. Remember what we learned right at the beginning? We have the word for clever, we have the word for fox, and now we have our magic bridge word. So, how do you put it all together?
See? It's just a simple logical progression. You start with hän on, which is he is, then you add the quality, visas, meaning clever or wise, then you drop in our bridge word, queen, and you finish with the animal, kettu. Hän on visas queen kettu. Simple as that.
All right, let's level up. Let's see how this structure builds into a longer, more practical sentence. Here we're combining two different ideas, not understanding someone and the reason why, which is their talkative, parrot-like nature.
And there it is. Enumera häntä. I don't understand him, koska hän puhuu kuin papakaija. He talks like a parrot. See how that kuin papakaija phrase just slots right in to perfectly explain the behavior.
So, let's wrap this all up. What we've really been doing this whole time is building a toolkit, a way for you to start speaking in pictures, the Finnish way. Here's your quick cheat sheet. You've got kettu for slyness, karhu for that clumsy help, papakaija for someone who won't stop talking, and of course, kissa and hirti for that classic chase. And the word that ties it all together? Kuin.
What this all comes down to is this beautiful shortcut to more creative language. Instead of trying to find the perfect adjective, in Finnish, you can just borrow the entire personality of an animal. It's a whole system of built-in metaphors.
And that kind of leaves us with a final thought, doesn't it? We might not use it quite as systematically as the Finns do, but we all do this. So think about it for a minute. What animals do you use to describe people? Are they a snake, a lamb, maybe a lion? It's a universal way we all try to make sense of each other.